Hello everyone, happy Thursday. I'm going to give you the answers to the cash flow problems that we did in spirit of The Last Dance. Instead of saying game time, what time is it? It's cash flow time. Alright, so let's go over the problems that we did and close that out. See you later, Bowls. Alright, so the problem that you guys had here, you were going over the change in cash. And so in your packet, you had to kind of answer the questions. So here are the answers, and I copied these out to you in today's assignment. The link is in the assignment calendar. So cash payment to suppliers. So here we go. They're starting with the more challenging one first. And so in order to get cash paid to suppliers, we had to figure out how much inventory we purchased during the year. So we start off by using inventory as our control account. So what we're going to do here is we have beginning and ending, and you always want to make sure you grab the right number. So I have 50,000 and 35,000. So my beginning balance is 50,000. My ending balance is 35. And what makes it go up is purchases. So when I purchase inventory, inventory is going to go up. What makes inventory go down is as I sell it. So I have 500,000 here. So we need to be 35,000 greater than the 500. So this grand total here should be 535. So we're going to do a quick calculation. So we're going to take 535 and subtract our 50, and we get 485. So the purchase amount comes out to 485 here. So we're going to dump in the 45. And remember, the purchases is going to make the liability go up. So 485 is going to be plugged in here. And then we're going to run back over to our balance sheet beginning and ending. We have 40 beginning, 30 ending. So when you guys get into college and you do this, in my head is always having a conversation with the numbers. So I say in my head every time, so I'm consistent. My beginning balance is 40, my ending balance is 30. What students do and mess up is they just rush and they just grab numbers and they're not talking through. So just always say my beginning number is 40. Oh, not there. I'm going to click over here. My beginning number is 40. And my ending number is 30. So now we know the total here is 30 greater than the debit amount. So I could use my calculator. So I'm going to take that 485, add in the 40. And I know that, hold on, my calculator is being weird today. Let's try this one more time. There's my purchases of 45. I'm going to add in my beginning balance of 40. And then we know that that number is 30 greater than that debit side. So I'm going to take out 30. And that gives me the 495. So cash paid to suppliers comes out to 495,000. So if we go to our answer key will show us that that's how we get the 495. So then it says cash paid to salaries. So now we're going to kind of move on. So I'm going to look at a payable here, the salaries payable. So when I go back, I'm going to use the liability account as my control account. And I have salary spelled wrong here, so let's fix that real quick. There we go. All right, so we always focus on the dates. The beginning balance for salaries payable is 1. The ending balance is 6. And remember, it is a liability, so it has a credit balance. So there's our 1. There's our 6. So cash paid for salaries is going to make the liability go down. So cash is represented in here. What makes the payable go up is the salary expense figure. So that would be the 200. So 201 minus 6 gives you 195. So the answer is 195 for cash paid for salary. So I'm going to run back over here. Let's check our key. And there's our answer, number 2, 195. All right, the next one's a trick question. It says cash payments for depreciation. You should spend about 0.1 of a second on this one because depreciation does not involve cash. It's a trick question. It's seeing what you would do. But remember, whenever you have depreciation, cash is not involved. All right, number 4, cash payments for insurance. So we're going to go, and I might have to create one here. Cash paid for insurance. Okay, so this is my old problem here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up and I'm going to just change this to prepaid insurance. It works the same as prepaid rent. All right, so my prepaid insurance, we have beginning and ending. And so beginning and ending is 20,000 is the beginning. And 25,000 is the ending. So always say that. I know it's silly, but always say that, you know, the beginning number is 20, the ending number is 25. It has a debit balance. What makes prepaid insurance go up is the cash paid for prepaid insurance, because we debit prepaid, we credit cash. So the debit to prepaid represents the cash transaction. And then what makes prepaid insurance go down is when it's used up, and that's through insurance expense. So here we have is our 70. So we know that this total here should be 70 plus 25 is 95. This should be 95. We have 20 already in there, so our number is going to be 75. So 75,000 is our answer. Let's go to our key. There's our answer. Cash payments for income taxes. So we're moving on. I'm going to look here real quick. All right, so income tax payable, we went from 1 to 2. So we got, so in the prior problem, it was 0, 0, and we just grabbed the expense number. But here, we have a beginning and ending to the liability. So the beginning is 1. We're working with some nice, easy numbers here. The ending number is 2. And then our income tax expense was 40. And remember, when you have the expense is going to make the liability go up, and what's going to make the liability go down is the cash paid. And so we're 41 over here. We're 2 greater on that credit side, so therefore the cash paid would be 39. Let's go to our key. Let's take a look. We're getting there, guys. We're getting through the day, having some fun. If you're watching the video, I hope you're doing well. We had 21 groups present in Incubator over the last 2 days, so there's a lot of watching and judging, a lot of fun. So now we're going to go on to the cash payments for interest. My children are like grown-ups. They wake up early and eat, and they get it. Their schooling like right away. It's like no joke, guys. It's no joke. So here we're looking at interest. All right, so we're looking at interest, and so as we kind of do this, I'm going to kind of clear this all out, create a clean one. So we have interest payable. We start with 3, we end with 3. And right away, I know whatever that expense is, that's going to represent the cash paid. It's like the problem we did before where it was 0 and 0. We have the same number, beginning and ending being the same. So there's the expense, and so therefore the cash paid would be 10. So whenever the beginning and ending is the same, whatever that expense is, that represents the cash. And there's our answer, 10. All right, we're getting near the end, guys. Cash collected from customers. So here we're going to, let's go up to the top. We're looking at that receivable. And so the receivable, we want beginning and ending. We have, got a little wild here. I started typing numbers in. All right, let's fix that. Okay, so we have beginning and ending 150 to 120. So I have the 150 beginning, 120 ending. Okay, so what represents cash collected from customers? It represents this. That's what we're solving for, that missing credit. Okay? And so, because remember, the journal entry is debit cash, credit accounts receivable. So when we credit accounts receivable, that means we are collecting cash from customers. And so what makes the receivable go up is the sales figure. We debit the receivable, credit sales, get 970. So I'm gonna go to my calculator. Those are bigger numbers than 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the 970 and the 150. And there's our total. We know that that number is 120 bigger than the credit. So when we take out the 120, we get $1 million. If you ever seen Austin Powers you will get that reference. $1 million. Okay, so there's 7. All right, 8 cash payments during 27. So these are all the outflows. So if I take all the numbers where I had cash payments, it came out to 814. And then we had our cash collected would be the dollar difference. So cash from the operating activities during 2017 is $186,000. So our operating activities caused our cash balance to go up. Yeah. Now, net income was $90,000. And so what we're just showing here, and why the problem kind of asked that, you have to see the difference between the change in cash and income. They're two different things, and the statement of cash flows kind of pulls that out. All right, y'all, you have a great day. Pause the video, rewind, enjoy my jokes. I know it's not the same as in person, and hopefully you are doing well as best you can. And yesterday we had at Kipling Elementary, for all my Cougars out there, the teachers did a parade around town in all their cars, and they put signs on the side of the car with their names. It was really fun. They we were waiting. I kid you not, the parade started at 3. So, of course, we were out there as Navickuses. We were out there at 2:58, setting up, hanging signs on the trees, and sitting in our chairs. And the parade made its way around, I don't know, 4:05. So we were out there for an hour hanging out. And all the teachers came by and waved, and it was pretty cool, for the little guys to see their teachers. They see them every day virtually. They have live sessions every day in the elementary school. But it was neat to kind of see them, and it was very sweet of them, because I know a lot of those teachers live, a long way. Some live in the city, some live up in Wisconsin. So it was nice having that connection. So I hope you guys are well, and, do the best you can wrapping up the year. And for all my APers that are taking the exams, good luck with all that. And if you disappear for the next week or two, you won't offend me, just send me a message saying, Navickus, I'm all in on my APs right now. Just let me know. I won't hold anything against you there, because that is money in your pocket. If you get good scores on those and your college accepts it, that's a lot of dough. That could set you up for time for internships. That's the beauty of the AP process, is that if your college gives you that credit and you free up 15 hours and you don't have to replace those 15 hours, you now just create a semester where you could study abroad or do an internship and things like that. All right, everyone, have a great day. We'll talk soon.